guys, so I'm just going to go straight out and say it. If you haven't read Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare, the third book in the Infernal Devices series, you shouldn't be watching this video. Because that's what this video is all about, and I really don't want to spoil you, because it's really a book you don't want to be spoiled on. And it was a really good book. It was my favorite out of the trilogy, so I really recommend you go see it. Go see it. Go read it before you watch this video. I mean, unless you want to be spoiled, which I, don't understand, but you do you. So let's just get in here. I have my copy of Clockwork Prince. I have the new covers of these two. I don't have it for Clockwork Angel. I have the old cover. But in my copy of Clockwork Prince, it has a sneak peek to Clockwork Princess, but it doesn't have the entire, and it's basically the prologue. But I didn't realize this until before I started to film this video. I don't have the entire prologue. There's a whole part with Aloysius Starkweather's granddaughter, Adele, and she basically, I only have the part where Will and Jem first meet in the back of my copy of Clockwork Prince. I have read that since discovering it, and it creeped me out because they put the rune on her and it burned through her skin, and then her skin peeled off of her bones, and I thought that was really creepy. Let's just get into the first part. Unfortunately, this is at the very beginning, page 20. Unfortunately, you may have to delay your plans for Sorrowside a bit longer. Gabriel Lightwood is downstairs, and I have 2 words for you, 2 of your favorite words, at least when you put them together. Utter simpleton? Inquired Will. Worthless upstart? Jem grinned. Demon pox. Bam! I love that part. Because there's demon pox. Because we all know what happened with demon pox in Clockwork Princess. And then there's Tessa wants to fight, and Will's no, you can't. You're not prepared for a fight. And then Will turned back to Jem, who appeared to be hiding a smile. Tessa's your fiancé. You make her see sense. Jem, holding his sword cane in one hand, moved across the gravel to her. Tessa, do it as a favor to me, could you? You don't think I can fight, Tessa said, drawing back and matching his silvery gaze with her own, because I'm a girl. I don't think you can fight because you're wearing a wedding dress, said Jem. For what it's worth, I don't think Will could fight in that dress either. Perhaps not, said Will, who had ears like a bat's. But I would make a radiant bride. Will. I love Will. He's just so funny. And I love Will so much. Christmas is here. Merry, merry. And then there's this part. Oh, I forgot about this part. It's when Gabriel first comes to the Institute, and they're Father's a worm. He's talking to Gideon. He's Father's a worm. I'm and Gideon's I know. He's brought shame to our family name. He's no, he's a worm. He's an actual worm. And it's but then there's this part inside of their home, the Lightwood mansion, I think. I don't know. I don't really know. The infernal devices are without pity. The infernal devices are without regret. The infernal devices are without number. The infernal devices will never stop coming. That is just, oh my gosh. It was so odd to read that and be so excited about it, because it's not a good thing. But it just made me happy for some reason. But then, skipping ahead quite a bit. The dining room was not quite full, not everyone having yet arrived for breakfast, when Jem made his announcement. Tessa and I are going to get married, he said very calmly, draping his napkin over his lap. Is this meant to be a surprise? Said Gabriel. Oh my gosh. Gabriel that quote kind of annoyed me, but it kind of made me smile. I was about to laugh, but he's not Will funny, so I didn't laugh. And he doesn't really like Will, so obviously I didn't laugh. Because if you don't like Will, I don't like you. And then, oh my gosh. Skipping to my next point. Gem. 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 And it's not that Gem died, which I'll get to later, obviously. It's not that Gem died. It's that the pain that you feel through your parabati bond that we see Will feeling when Gem dies is when the bond is severed. It hurts so bad. To see Will go through that. To see him, it was so sad because he was like, he had to run out of where he was because he was trying to, oh my gosh. And the whole reason like Jem is in this situation is because he wants to be like able to keep up with Tessa because he's sick. He's dying and he was taking more of his drug so he could keep up with Tessa and he could make a better life for Tessa. And I thought that was really sweet, but I also thought it was kind of weird because, like, you're basically killing yourself for a girl. No girl's really worth that, is she? I don't know. What do I know about love? And then, wait, did I skip over that? And it's just, oh my gosh, I can't. What Will went through really, I didn't cry. Because I'm not a book crier, but it did make me pretty sad. Because, like, Jem, I like Jem. And then we have, I marked the quote, "I only ask one thing of you, Charlotte. When you find Tessa Gray, and you will find her, tell her she is welcome to the name Starkweather." Tessa's a Starkweather. So her mother was a shadow hunter, and it's really kind of confusing to explain to people. Like, I was trying to explain to someone. So, her mother was a shadow hunter, but her mother was switched out of the Starkweather mansion, with, Adele, but her, oh my gosh, Elizabeth Gray was sickly. So Elizabeth Gray was sickly and stuff, and she was switched with Adele. Adele ended up taking the name of Elizabeth Gray, and Elizabeth took the name Adele. So obviously Elizabeth was a mundane, and so when they put her first rune on her, she didn't make it, which is what we were talking about with the burning and the peeling skin. Yeah. That was just, yeah. That is, yeah. It made me, I thought that was nice. That she finally knows who she is. Actually, she doesn't yet, but she does eventually. She finds out. And then, I don't know how many of you guys watch Christine of Poem Bananas Books videos, but she has this video, one of her book lover Q&As, where she talks about the line of a variation of "I let out a breath that I didn't even know what I was holding," and that Cecily let out a breath she hadn't realized she'd been holding. And I just thought I'd include that because I liked that part. And then there's another, it's Gideon and Sophie are getting married, and that's cute. Do I have lipstick on this? Oh my gosh, I do. Yeah, and I thought that was cute, and I really like that Sophie had a happy ending, because she really had a bad beginning, if you remember back. Yeah. I liked that scene. We have Wessa. Oh boy, we have Wessa. And then, I don't know if you remember this part from Clockwork Prince, but, it's after it's outside of the Demon Ball, and, Will and Tessa kiss, and then Magnus is the one who shows up. and then where they like do things that I can't mention because I like to keep my videos PG. They do things. The person who shows up is Magnus, and he's like, "Well, this is interesting." Wow, Magnus. Wow, Hunter, your hair though, curls. Oh, I love it so much. What's next? Tessa turns into a freaking angel. She turns into Ethereal. Which, isn't Ethereal the one who Valentine kept in his basement? Ethereal, dude, you gotta stay safe. Oh man. She becomes a freaking angel, and that's amazing. And oh my gosh. I just thought that was so cool of Tessa. Like, I mean, she almost dies, obviously. Yeah, she almost dies, but like, she's so sad. And then like Jem comes. Jem left the battle immediately, and Will was like, "What did you do? I don't know what I did." Yeah, but that was like a sad scene for me. I didn't cry yet. And then we have Elias Carstairs. Blanked for a second there. Elias Carstairs. And he offers Will the sword that Jem would have had Jem not become a silent brother. When they found out, the hood fell back. And I am Cortana, of the same steel and temper as blah blah and blah blah. I know that that's a sword that Emma Carstairs has, and it's cool. And I really like the Dark Artifices. I'm so excited for the Dark Artifices. What else? And then I like the quote, Will and Tessa, hey, what's up? Life is a book, and there are 1,000 pages I have not yet read. I would read them together with you, as many as I can, before I die. And then I thought this was funny. Why are we bringing him along again? Will inquired of the world in general as well as his sister. Cecily put her hands on her hips. Why are you bringing Tessa? Because Tessa and I are going to be married, Will said, and Tessa smiled. The way that Will's little sister could ruffle his feathers like no one else could was still amusing to her. Well, Gabriel and I might well be married, Cecily said someday. Gabriel made a choking noise and turned an alarming shade of purple. I thought that was funny because, oh my gosh, I just thought Gabriel was just purple and like, yeah. And then what shall we skip to? We shall skip to the epilogue. Okay, putting the book down for the epilogue. Okay, so basically that's how you do a love triangle. There are so many bad love triangles. Pointed fang right there. But Cassandra Clare did it right in a way that nobody else really can. So you have immortal couples, and there's like, Tessa's immortal. And so she goes with Will first. And then she goes with Jem. And it's super confusing, but you have to read City of Heavenly Fire, and you get what I'm trying to say here. It's like we get both ships, and it's beautiful. But I also I love how the angst of this love triangle is caused by how much love these characters feel for each other. And I love this series, and I'm so glad I was able to read it, even though I'm super late to the Shadowhunter Chronicle party. I'm super excited for the Dark Artifices. I'm going to have a lot of videos up talking about what I want to see in that and what the TV show and everything, and I'm super excited. Don't know what I'm going to post next. But I love you guys, and I'm really happy that I've had this experience. Goodbye! Bam. Hope you guys had fun with my spam of videos today. That was fun.